Hi, welcome to Mika's Corner. My name is Debbie. If you've never been here before, I'm glad that you're here. I hope you enjoy the video. And for those of you that have been here before, I know it's been a while since I've been on. I took a little break, but I'm glad that you are here now. I guess kind of what I want to talk about today is at 67, I feel kind of lost and confused. I am realizing more and more each day how my age is starting to show and affect me and my abilities to do the things that I'm used to doing. It's upsetting to me, but there's nothing I can do about it. I just have to carry on, but it's still a struggle. And I have had a lot of health issues, which I've been going and getting tests done for it. And so far, everything's turning out good. I'm going in a couple weeks to get my sugar levels checked again. And I'm hoping that it's down. I've been working on trying to eat better and better foods to get my sugar levels down. But as I've said before in my past videos, the colonoscopy was good. I was cleared on that. My MRI is good. I was cleared on it, except that there are a few white spots that show up in my brain area, but it's from aging. And it's the reason why sometimes I struggle with the right word to get out when I'm trying to talk about something, or I forget what I'm going to say. I get lost in a sentence or a conversation with somebody sometimes. Not real bad. And, but it's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm doing okay. They said there was a little small, something behind my pituitary gland, but they said it's been that way since 2016, so nothing's changed. It's still the same, so I guess it's okay, or they would be doing something else. So that turned out. My mammogram turned out. My tests are turning out good. I'm happy. I'm thankful for that. Very happy. I do have to go get glasses, and I'll get those soon, because I really have bad eyes. But what I kind of wanted to say to continue on, and I am reading a few notes, so you know, I will be looking down on occasion. Like I said, I just feel like I don't know who I am anymore. I don't know what I want or what to expect out of myself. I can't make up my mind about some things. I have a real hard time anymore not being able to make decisions. I don't want to make decisions, and it's a struggle for me. I don't know why. I've never been that way. In the past, when I was younger, I was in charge of businesses, running accounts, running apartments, and all kinds of jobs that require me to think and make decisions on things. I was the person that ran the company or kept things afloat, like with the books and all that kind of stuff, dealing with people. But I don't want to do it anymore, and I get confused, and I start getting frustrated, and it's like then I just want to just leave it alone and turn around and walk away. And that's not like me. I don't like that, but that's the way it's going for me since I've gotten older. And actually, nothing in my life has turned out the way I wish that it could have. And I'm sure there's probably a lot of people that are the same way. But how do you handle it? How do you feel about it? And what do you do? I have moments where I don't like to be alone, but then there's other moments where I want to be alone. I don't want anybody near me. I've been alone for a long time, many, many years, and when I was with somebody, I was in pure hell. I didn't enjoy it at all. Of course, there was some good times and bad times, but I mostly have some really bad memories of my past, and I don't like to carry on about it on and on and on, but that's my life. That's who I am, and that's what I've been through. My whole family has gone through some of the same stuff, and I don't like to be a repeat offender by saying we had a really shitty childhood, and it did take its toll on every one of us. It traumatized us in so many ways, and it takes a really strong person to grow up and get through things and get through life. And we have all been survivors, but there's a few of us, I'm not going to say who, but there is a few that have not made it, really, because they've gone off the deep end and went and done stuff, gotten themselves addicted to something, or they're not dependable or reliable, and they just, I don't know how to say it, they don't have a consistent lifestyle. They just float around and do what they want to do, I guess. So enough of that. As far as the way I would like, as far as the way I would like things to have turned out is to have a quiet little home, have it all fixed up and decorated, have my little cat and my dog, not be harassed every day by all the family bull that's going on all the time amongst each other, grown people. I'm the oldest of 8, and then there's my mother, who's 84, but it seems like there's always something going on. It's just crazy. Why can't it stop? I'm fed up with it. I like my peace and quiet. I don't want to be upset. I don't want to be pulled into anybody else's drama. I just want to be left alone. I don't want to be upset. And then that brings me to the fact that I don't recognize myself anymore. I've changed a lot since I've got older, because when I was younger, that's the kind of life I was used to. Is there's always something going on, some big drama, or everybody was all involved in something. I don't want to be anymore. I want things to be quiet. I want to rest. I want to watch TV. I want to read a book. I want to do my YouTube thing. I want to live a different life than what I'm used to living as a younger person. I'm getting older, and I'm way past my time of living. I mean, I don't know how long I'm going to live, but even 100, I can't see myself going to be 100 years old. I don't know that I'd want to be either. There's not really a whole lot of laughter in my life. I laugh sometimes and joke, but it's usually with my kids. I don't communicate with anybody. I'm more of an introvert. I'd rather be inside. I'd rather be in my house. I don't like to go shopping. I do not like big crowds. And I've kind of put myself in a predicament of I'm homebound. But that's where I feel safe, and that's where I feel comfortable. I don't want to be around people. I don't want to have conversations. I don't want to share coffee with anybody. I want to sit down, drink my tea, and relax. And yeah, I'm a tea drinker. I've said that before. My mother's from England, and us girls always drink tea. There's a few that do have coffee. But, I mean, either here nor there. Somebody's got to have something when they like their coffee or tea. The only thing that when things are really quiet, my head doesn't shut off. I'm an overthinker. I'm always thinking. It will not relax. Yes, I take medication. I won't lie about that. I take stuff because I have anxiety and I have panic attacks, and then with my tremors. And when I get too upset, they shake, my hands shake more, my head shakes, my chin shakes, my voice shakes. So I can't let myself get upset. That's why I don't want to be involved in anybody's drama of anything that's going on. So I try to keep my circles really small and try to keep to myself. Try not to get involved with other people's stuff. So I'm stuck somewhere between surviving and pretending. That's where I find myself. I've always been a survivor. I've always had to survive. And then I pretend that I'm doing so well when I'm really not. I'm lonely. I'm still upset and angry about things from my past that I can't get over. You can forgive somebody for something, but it's hard to forget. And yes, I've been to therapy, but I don't like going to them doctors because they'll sit there and listen to you, but they don't give any feedback. They don't tell you anything that makes you feel better. You feel like a dummy coming out of the office. Oh, I just sat there and told them everything about how I feel. And that supposed to be doctor doesn't even say anything back or give any kind of advice. Or, but they get paid for it. Yeah. So, do any of you ever go through this, or do you understand what I'm saying? The things that you go through as you get older. And when you get older, your emotions change. You think differently. You expect things to be different. I'm not a wild and carefree person to go out and party. I never have been. I've always been, unless when I was younger, I went to bingo. I went out and gambled. I used to go dancing. Oh my God, I love to dance. I love dancing, and I lost so much weight when I was dancing. I loved it. I would like to get back into that. It'll take me a little while if I can move around without falling, but I enjoy it, and I love music. I just, I say I'm happy being solo, but after so many years of discomfort and mistreated, then I get lonely for the companionship and feelings of being with a partner. Like, I don't miss all the crap that I've been through in my life, and I have been through a lot, honest. I don't want to go through none of that anymore, but I'm tired of being alone. So, and how do I make up my mind? I want to be alone, but I don't want to be alone. I like my space. I don't want anybody interfering, causing me any problems, telling me what I can or cannot do. That's something I will never do again, is let no man or anybody be my boss. I will take care of myself, of dealing or deciding what I want to do. And do you find that wrong? Should I not be that way? I don't want to be a stepping stone for anybody anymore. It's not worth it. Not to me. I can't do it no more. I don't know. I remember my grandmother's house when we were little, and her and my grandfather are the ones that raised me and my next oldest sister. But all of us kids were always over at their house, no matter what. She always had a nice, cozy, comfortable, loving home. It always felt good to be there. Nobody ever wanted to leave. Those kids all wanted to live there. And me and my sister, we did live with my grandparents for a long time. They had us since we were babies, put us through school. Then there was times that we went back home to our parents. But we always wanted to go back to Grandma and Grandpa. I don't know, everybody's life is different. Everybody thinks different. And yeah, it's okay. I guess if some people say it's selfish to say that you want to be on your own and you don't want to share your life with somebody else. It's not selfish. It's actually brave and courageous to be a woman and take care of things on your own. Now, I won't say every now and then, yeah, I need help. I need a man to help me move things around, help me lift things. I can't hardly do anything myself because of my health. So I do have a caregiver. And, but as far as, I know there's some of you out there that understand how I feel. I've watched a few videos and I see other women talk that are my age or even 70, 80 years old or up, and they're lonely, but they really still don't want to give up their life. And I shouldn't have to make a choice. People should learn to be friends, be companions, learn how to get along, be there for each other without trying to control one another. So this little video here is just a little bit about getting older, how your emotions change, how you think differently, you think about things. When I was younger, I was so peppy and springy, and I hung around with my friends. We run around. I remember going out on dates. In my married life, I took care of my kids. My husband worked out of town. He was always gone, sometimes for a month at a time, because he was a painting contractor, but he went all over the states to work. He was a commercial, industrial painter. He used to paint those great big fertilizer plants, the big steel tall things. He painted water towers for the cities. I mean, he did high work, and it was dangerous work, but he was paid well. And like, I've had a lot of good things in my life, and I've also had a lot of nothing in my life. So I know what it's like to be poor, and I know what it's like to have money and to get what I need. But I wouldn't give up my freedom in the way that I think in my head about stuff, which is me now, personally. I wouldn't give up my own freedom and let anybody control me and tell me what to do anymore or how to do it for the sake of having money. Because that don't mean nothing to me. I survive. I get by. I'd like to get by a little bit better, but I can survive with what I have. And one thing I do want to tell everybody that I'm happy about, supposedly within the next 30 days or so, I am moving into a 2-bedroom apartment. It has much more room. Everything's on the ground floor except for my bedroom, which will be upstairs, but I have 2 bathrooms. I have a garage, and it's just a little bit more than what I'm paying where I'm in right now. So I'm really, really happy about that, and I can't wait. It's going to be nice. And I know that my little dog, Gizmo, he's over here beside me, he's going to be happy because he'll be able to go out in the backyard and play or go outside. You know, I can leave the back door open with the screen on it, and he can go in and out. And my cat, she won't go out. I don't care if there's a door open. She's always been inside. She's never been outside. I can leave the door open and she won't go out. So I'm not worried about that, but she's a good baby. Her name's Lucy. So anyway, I'm not going to stay on here very much longer. It's just some things, some thoughts in my head, stuff I'm going through right now. Wanted everybody to be up to date on my tests. I'm doing fine. Everything's good there. I am getting moved into a different apartment, supposedly within the next month. And, yeah, everything's going good. I'm happy. I've been busy, so I haven't been on here. And I love everybody. Be nice to one another, kind to one another, like I always say. Be kind. Give a smile. You see somebody struggling or needs help with something, please offer to help. Love one another. Be nice to each other. And the way things are going today, we don't know if there's going to be a tomorrow. We never know. We're out here left in the cold because all of the higher up people that are supposedly running this world, and I'm not naming anybody in particular, I'm just saying nothing's going good right now, and it's going to get harder. So we got to stick together and be united as one. Help each other, okay? Love one another, be nice. You never know if you're going to see your friend tomorrow or that person that you usually say hi to when you're walking by them or something like that. Anyway, I love you all. Be kind, smile, help somebody when you can, and love one another, but love yourself. Don't let anybody take advantage of you ever. I love you all, and I will see you in the next one. I'll try to make it sooner than this one. I know it's been a while, like I said. Thank you again. I love you all. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. I thank you, even though my videos are sometimes quite a bit boring and don't really go anywhere. I still like to talk. I'm not going to give up. I like expressing my feelings and talking to people, so I'm just going to keep on doing it how I feel and when I feel like it. Whether I ever get anywhere or not, I'm still going to do it because I enjoy it. I love you all. Be good. Until next time, I will see you in the next one. Thank you for joining.